What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Blab. I appreciate you stopping by. And without further ado, let's blab. So, yes, this is the third video I am making on these cards, and that is because there's a good chance that they are fake. Now, I know a lot of people were excited for these cards. It's excited for the concept of these cards, maybe. I know Mega Gengar is getting a lot of hate from me and others. The Mega Charizard is getting some hate, some love. People are, giving their opinions on it, whatever. There is a lot of information swirling around. First, these were released in very blurry images. Then they were re-released or re-leaked with sharper images. That's what we're looking at right here. And now there's a lot of stuff going around that these might be fake. These might be fan arts. I'm not going to show any accounts that are making these claims necessarily because I don't want people coming after them for being wrong or me for being right or whatever. I'm just saying it is kind of swirling around. If you check out my other videos, there are some comments on there saying that they're fake. Shout out to them if you want to investigate that. That's cool. When I take a look at these cards, and I'll say one more thing before that. I'm not very plugged into X, formerly known as Twitter, and I'm not very plugged into TikTok. Neither of those social media websites I really use. I'm more on Instagram and YouTube. So if you guys have any information from TikTok, from Twitter, I'd love you to drop that in the comments. Just trying to get the information out to everybody. But for me, when I look at these cards, the blurry images, it's almost impossible to tell. But with these sharper images, we can see, if we look at the bottom here, right, at least with the Gengar, like we have weakness and then like some information, and then we have resistance with no information. I'm not sure exactly what it's saying over here. Type me, I don't know exactly. The type would be up here, obviously, but I'm not really into the card game. I'm into the collecting. I'm into the art. That's what really had nostalgia for me. Even when I was, 5, 6 years old, I was collecting these cards because I thought they were cool. I never played the game, so you can fry me up in the comments if I don't know like what some of the stuff on the bottom is. That's your prerogative. I don't really care. But then if we look over here, we have weakness with no information, resistance with no information. I don't know. Is that like normal? I don't know. I really don't know. And then down here we see like, usually this information is the artist. You can see illustrator, and then, the S is like the block that we're in or something like that. But if you look at both of these, they're actually, I know it starts to be like a deep fried picture at this point, but they're very different, right? Like here has like the number, like generally you have like a number, like what the Pokemon is, right? Like, if it's a secret rare, it's going to be like 110 out of 107, right? Like, 'cause it's not actually in the set. But if it's a regular card, it'll be like 68 out of 110 or whatever, 68 out of 83, like whatever the. So it does seem like we have that over here with the Gengar, but I can't really find that with the Charizard, right? And then also clearly these are different layouts, at least for the bottom part. Even if there's not necessarily anything wrong, I don't know, Blab doesn't play the game, he has no idea what he's talking about. I mean, we can see illustrator, right? Then we have S, which generally that kind of letter down there determines like what block you're in. I don't know what this is. It's definitely not an S. And then we have like a random circle that says like 1.40 or 140 or something. And then here we have 2023, which generally is denoted down here. It says like, 2025, Game Freak, whatever. Like, why would this say 2023? That's all of it seems pretty off to me. I would not be surprised given this information after taking a second look at it. Not a second look, a 73rd look. That these certainly could be fake cards. Whenever I find something like this, I'm trying to get the information out as soon as possible. I'm not trying to mislead nobody. I'm literally going through this journey just the same way everybody else is, trying to figure out what's real, what's fake. The Mega Gengar is similar to that Haunter we got, so like that kind of made sense to me, right? And we all know we're getting a Mega Charizard, and frankly, Charizard's my favorite Pokemon, so I look past a lot of stuff just because I'm so hype about it, right? I'm excited for it. I'm not afraid to admit that. But yeah, not a super long video. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I mean, every time I look at even stuff like down here, it's just a little bit off, right? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys, hopefully not a fourth video with these cards and something different. See you guys in the next one.